Steve Soleil, thanks again for the $5. Did smoking help get through some of the bad creative WWE had over the years? Was that version of ECW an insult to the original ECW? So 2 questions there, Rob. Did smoking help sometimes with the WWE frustrations?
Yes, but in the bigger picture, that's just like saying, it helps with pretty much everything. So of course, yes, whatever the oppositions to your good Zen flow may be, and if that's what it was at the time, which it definitely was, then yeah, it's also got me heat at the same time, so there's also that. But definitely helped me get through some times that I might not have been able to get through or wanted to get through. When we first brought ECW back, it was cool. Like, people forget at first, I had some great matches in the new ECW with the likes of Test, Bob Holly, Big Show, Sabu. People forget about some of those, like the first few months, and then yeah, they destroyed it, and maybe they were always wanted to, or maybe they was split, maybe some of they wanted to do this, some of they wanted to do that, and maybe some of they wanted to bring it back just to bury it. So
Yeah.
maybe so, yeah.
Did Paul ever express frustration how they handled the new ECW? Like,
Oh, of course, yeah. But I mean, it was still like, we looked at it like it was a good thing. The fans were gonna be able to at least, rekindle with that spirit, and we were gonna do our best to remain as close to the true virtue as we could. And so every week coming up to it and after we started, Paul would explain the creative meetings to me, and usually he'd give me a score. Usually he'd say, like, I got them. He'd say like I got 4 of their stupid ideas turned down. We have to live with 2 of them. It was usually like that, and that was the stuff with like the zombie, or I think it was going to be a Martian first because it was Sci-Fi Channel, and then
okay.
And it became a zombie, and a bunch of stuff like that. I guess Kelly dancing, with Brooke. Loved both of them, but looking back at it, like the ECW crowd in Philly, I would have ate them up. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, yeah. So definitely, we were all frustrated. That was the battle, so it was something that I was invested in. So I enjoyed putting my energy into that, trying to make it the best I could. And then when that was taken from me, I didn't really have anything left to give.
Right. It's just a frustrating aspect, and you can only do so much because you don't have the creative control of getting the final say in certain things like that too. When it comes to that,
no. When I could see that they were burying it, and I would talk to Vince, and then he would tell me, "Yeah, I got to do this." And then I was like, "Yeah, we're done then," because you can't. ECW means anything goes. That's what JR's been saying every week. And then now there's one Extreme Rules match per night. You're purposely taking away what makes ECW special. You're taking the substance out of it and making it just another wrestling show now. Why would you do that? But it wasn't a successful venture.
No, unfortunately, it was a lot of fun though. Like you said, to your point, it's first starting off, very exciting and pretty cool to kind of see you guys back, but then implementing some new talent in there too is neat too.
Definitely a couple of really good pay-per-views though with the one night stands.
Oh my God!
Proud of both of those, and of course it was because we brought ECW back that was the best foot to put forward. So I'm glad that it worked out that way, and I never regretted bringing it back. I was like, man, you know, if I get to be myself now, but on their stage, you know, where they trust me as if I know more about this than everyone else, about being me, finally, I could go another 10 years, man. I felt so rejuvenated, had that match with Rey Mysterio, SmackDown versus ECW. And for the first time in a long time, I felt so comfortable. I felt like, I don't know why, but all the time I just felt like somebody was in my ear, you know, uh, besides that time, like every other time, it just seems like everyone was always trying to change me, adapt me to be more like something they could understand.
Right, yeah. And like you always hear that some of the aspect too, where it's like Vince always wanted to have his spin on something of what it was or whatever it may be too, and like kind of do that. But like marching to the beat of your own drum, that's what paid off. That's what ultimately paid off with it